friends. This is Mantas from Venom Inc. You are listening to the Heavy Demons Radio Show.
So yeah, it's a difficult time, but you know we have to. At the end of the day, we have to retain a positive frame of mind. And I suppose I'm lucky in some respects that I have my studio here, and I can come in here and I can be creative and get all the crazy ideas that I have out of my head and either, down onto canvas or down, record them or whatever. So. And again, that's why I did the resurrected thing, because for years and years and years I've wondered, can I sing?
Yeah, definitely. And the guys loved it as well. The Dead Daisies.
Wow, I was so surprised. Do you know what it is? I was sitting, I think it was Christmas Day. I was sitting watching some horrible Christmas movie on TV. Because we couldn't go anywhere, we couldn't see friends or anything. So, sitting there, and my phone went ping. So I was like, yeah, and I didn't have my glasses because I needed glasses to read. I didn't have my glasses. I looked, and I sort of just recognized the sort of blur, which was an Instagram notification. Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah. And then it went ping again. So I was like, all right, oh, okay. So I opened it up, and it was John Corabi.
Yeah.
And he sent me a message just saying, wow, great version, absolutely love it, take good care of yourself, great to hear you sing that song. And I just sat there, and Anita was like, who was that? I was like, it was John Corabi. I was like, holy shit. I just couldn't believe it, and then the Daisies have put my version of Resurrected into their playlist.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So I tell you what, I would love to do some music with John Corabi.
I did an interview with him and one with Doug Aldrich.
Oh, what a guitar player he is. Oh, fucking hell, I wish I was half as talented as that fucker. Great player. And I mean, have you heard the new stuff that they're doing with Glenn Hughes? I mean, nobody can deny Glenn Hughes' voice.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, how old is he? Like 70?
Oh, he must be. He must be 70 now. And I mean, to still have that voice. I seen Glenn Hughes a few years ago with Black Country Communion with Joe Bonamassa. What a fucking musicians on that stage was just, it was off the scale. It was crazy good. Crazy good. Yeah, but you see that's where I come from. All that classic rock. I love it, and that's why that the solo that I did for you guys. I mean, I love that song. I still play it now. I still listen to it.
Really?
It's great. And yeah. Honestly, I'm not just saying it, Mickey. I'm not just saying it. I do actually still listen to it, and that's why I put the clip of me playing it up on my website. Because I was really proud of that. And when I first heard it, before I'd even put the solo down, I would listen through to it a good few times. I was saying, fuck hell, this is really like The Damned. This is really, I thought this is great. I love stepping out of my comfort zone, of what I'm known for, but at the same time, I think people tend to forget that, I'm literally 4 months away from being 60 years old. Yeah. So my musical growing up was, through the 70s. The sort of early 70s, right away through into that 80s period. So, I grew up with T-Rex and Slade and The Sweet, and then, early Queen and Alice Cooper and all that kind of thing, and then getting introduced. I mean, the guy that I started Venom with, the guitarist that I met at a Taekwondo club, and he was heavily into Deep Purple. He was a couple of years older than me, and apart from having an interest in kicking people, we also had an interest in guitars. So that was a sort of a point that we met up on, really. And then we got together just to sort of try to play some guitar. I mean, he wasn't very good, I wasn't very good, but we tried. And he actually introduced me to Richie Blackmore.
Oh,
You know, it was the first time I ever, you know, when I remember going over to his house and he put the album, it was Made in Japan. He put that on. I was like, wow, fucking hell, you know. So I went and I bought that album straight away. But then obviously, you know, I mean, at 79, it was Priest that did it. But that's where I come from. And I love all that because at the end of the day, I mean, everything that we do, it all comes from the blues. You know,
yeah.
I mean, you know, Venom introduced the world to black metal. You know, we stuffed the satanic element in everybody's faces. Sabbath had done it before us, but not to the extent that we did.
No.
Black Widow had done it before us, but not to the extent that we did. But way, way before that, some guy in the Delta called Robert Johnson was doing it. You know?
Yeah.
And, you know, the devil is nothing new in music. I mean, we just introduced him a little bit more to the world than anybody else had.
Yeah.
But you know, everything comes from those, you know, that blues stuff, and I love that, and that is why on the Empire album, Hell to the Holy, I wrote the track Devil. And there's slide guitar on there and everything, you know. I love that stuff, you know. I sort of miss those Empire days because there was absolutely no restrictions on what we were doing whatsoever. You know, I mean, you want to put some slide guitar in, yeah, it was there, you know. And I'm just a music fan. I'm just a guitar fan. So I've got so much stuff on hard drive that people would go, "Wow, was that you? Really?"